As we wait for the rest of Western Europe to come back from the international break, there's still plenty of football to get excited about, including over in Serie A. Is it going to be Inter Milan's year, or will Juventus reign supreme? We got Matchday number 19 coming at you, and they are next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we're taking a look at matchday number 19 out in Italia. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Serie A related, world football related. We've got it all here under Warowski. That's right, folks. We are back, obviously. We did do the predictions for the last week, but we were on the road, but we're back here in glorious fake Ewood Park, that's right. But anyway, let's talk about what's gone on out in Serie A, folks, and see how we all got on last time out. So here are a quick review of my picks from last time. This is the criteria. If you get 0 to 3, you're in the shit-faced gang. 4 to 6, you're in the straight-faced club. 7+, you're in the top banana. That's right. Don't think anyone's in the top banana this week, but these are the results and fixtures. Results on the right-hand side. My picks on the left. So Brescia did take on Lazio. 2-1 was the final score in the end for Lazio. Actually with a 1-1 draw, so for me on that big fat one. Spal and Hellas Verona end up as a 2-0 win away from home as well. Got that one wrong as well, one with a 0-0 draw. Back-to-back draws, back-to-back wrongs for me. Genoa did beat Sassuolo 2-1 in the end. Actually went with a 1-0 win for Genoa, so not too shabby. Roma, though, lost at home. That's a surprise there. 2-0 to Torino. Actually went with a 3-1 win for Roma, so wrong on that one. Bologna, Fiorentina battled it out to a 1-1 draw. Actually went with a 2-1 win for Bologna. Got that one wrong as well. Atalanta against Parma end up as a 5-goal win for the Champions League side. Actually went with a 3-0 win for Atalanta, so not too shabby on that bad boy. Juventus put 4 past Cagliari with Ronaldo getting himself a hat-trick, his first for the club. Actually with a 3-0 win for Juventus, so not too bad indeed. Zlatan's return to AC Milan ended up all square, 0-0. No real drama for him to get involved. 2-1 I went with AC Milan, so got that one wrong as well. Lecce lost at home to Udinese, 1-0. Actually with a 1-1 draw myself. Wrong as well on that one. And Napoli did lose to Inter Milan, 3-1 in the end. Actually with a 2-1 win myself. So 4 out of, 10, which puts me in the straight face gang. Now what about you boys? How did you guys get on this time around? Let's kick it all off with Cooper. Well, Cooper, he's all right. Did okay for himself. Mohamed Naru, not too shabby as well. Ahmed, 29, not too bad. Italian Devil, not so Italian this time out. Getting the shit-face gang. Miles A, not too bad. Yannick Buster also in the straight-face gang. Giacomo Colorulo, not too bad indeed with an edit. Pamela Bircham, she did all right for herself. Sergio Pontilio Cortez, not too bad. We are QPR, did okay for himself. Nathan Heaver, not too shabby as well. Omaji Monday, also in the straight-face gang. Sammy Idu did terrible. He joins Italian Devil in the shit-face gang. Oliver, not too bad. Ultra Omer Murat, not too bad indeed. And Christian, 04, also not too shabby as well. So, if you want to take part in this and get your face and name and all that kind of business, get your predictions in nice and early for matchday number 19 in the comments section down below. No cast this time out. Maybe I'll have her next time. This is what the table looks like out in Serie A at the moment. Inter Milan lead the way on goal difference, as according to my numbers anyway. Juventus are in second, 45 points on the board as well. Lazio are in third, 6 points adrift. Game in hand. Could be vital. Roma are in fourth. Atalanta, fifth. Cagliari are on the wane now. Sixth for them. Down the bottom, it's Spal, Genoa and Brescia going down, but the numbers are tight that Sampdoria and Lecce could get sucked into it. We wouldn't even include Fiorentina, or you might not even exclude Fiorentina and Sassuolo at the moment. So anyone from 14th could be in a relegation dogfight. As for the top end of the table, anyone from maybe Bologna upwards, looking at Europa League spots or a little bit of a battle as well. Maybe you couldn't even exclude AC Milan at the moment with the return of Zlatan if he can get his goal scoring boots on. Anyway, folks, let's take a look at the next round of matches now coming at you. Whoa. Anyway, folks, let's take a look at the next round of matches. It is Cagliari will open up the match day up against AC Milan. That's right, two sides looking for wins. Obviously, Cagliari is sixth in the table without a win. Just one win out of the past six for them. AC Milan two wins out of the past six as well. However, 3 games without a win for them. AC Milan into 12th for the table. A win for them could see them rise to potentially 7th, and that would get them back into the Europa discussion. As for Cagliari, they're down to 6th at the moment. Once Champions League contenders, now on the wane. That's actually 3 defeats on the spin for them heading into this match. Quick look at the last 6 between two sides. 1 win for Cagliari, 4 wins for AC Milan, 1 draw along the way. This match last season ended up as a 1-1 draw. With the goals, who scored on that day? Tell me who scored on that day. Well, João Pedro got the goal for Cagliari, with Gonzalo Higuain getting the goal for AC Milan. Obviously, Higuain back with Juventus this time out. Cagliari have actually conceded at least 2 goals in the last 7 matches, and AC Milan have actually failed to score in the last 3 matches, but maybe Zlatan will change that. Look at the odds on this one. 19-10 for Cagliari, 27-20 for AC, 12-5 is the draw. A win for Cagliari could see them just close the door to potentially getting in those the deeper European conversation, but ultimately it's going to be a tough one. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw on this one again. I don't see the Zlatan show really kicking into top gear just yet. I'm a believer though. I think he will get some goals and maybe turn their fortunes around a little bit, at least get them into the Europa discussion. Anyway, next up we have Lazio up against Napoli, probably the game of the round, or one of the games of the round. Obviously Napoli not doing great at the moment, 8th in the table, 1 win out of the past 6 for them. Lazio on the flip side, 6 out of 6, looking tip top, and again 6 points adrift off top spot, game in hand as well. Win this and they'll put the pressure on Inter Milan and Juventus furthermore. Let's have a look at the last 6 between two sides. Actually, 0 wins for Lazio, 5 for Napoli, 1 draw. But this could be the turning point. Obviously, Napoli under Gattuso, not really the driving force you would expect. And I'm expecting possibly 1 or 2 departures from Napoli in this January transfer window. Maybe Koulibaly, maybe Bilic or somebody, or one of the main leading goal scorers. Dries Mertens perhaps. I just think they are there for the taking. If any of the bigger clubs that are competing in Europe, Champions League, come sniffing, I think they'll put the pressure on Napoli and then they may end up selling, because I don't expect them to get in the Champions League this time around. Lazio actually won their last 9 matches in Serie A, so it's not a 6-game winning run, it's a 9-game winning run for them. Last time out, this time last season, ended up as a 2-1 win for Napoli. Goal scorers on that day, Milic, Insigne as well, and Immobile getting himself on the goal scoring sheet as well. Bookmakers odds on this one, they go 21-20 for Lazio, 23-10 is Napoli, 27-10 the draw. A win for Napoli though in 8th spot could see them push up to 6th and get back in the Europa League's discussion. But I'm going to go with Lazio on this one. I favour them over Napoli at the moment. Napoli is still a decent side. They got the personnel. I just think their management's off. You go from Ancelotti to Gattuso, who's not really done much as a manager, so it's, wobbly ground. Next up, Inter Milan up against Atalanta. That's right, Inter Milan, again, another game of the round. Inter Milan flying high at the moment on goal difference ahead of Juventus. Unbeaten in at least 6 games up against Atalanta, who are in 5th spot. 1 defeat at the past 5 for them. A win for Atalanta could see them rise into the Champions League spots above Roma. A win for Inter Milan could see them extend the lead against Juventus, so at least 3 points. There's actually been Inter Milan actually undefeated in the last 11 matches, so we'll extend that a little bit. Last time out between the two sides, this match ended up all square, 0-0 last time out, but Atalanta did beat them as well when they played them at home, 4-1 back in November 2018. Heading into this, the bookmakers odds on this one, they go with 19-20 on for Inter Milan, 5-2 is the away win, 14-5 is the draw on this sucker. It's another toughie. Obviously, Inter Milan looking good at the moment. Lukaku up there with the top goal scorers at the moment. Martinez as well for Internazionale. Atalanta have got a couple of goal scoring machines of their own. Muriel and Ilic scoring the goals for Atalanta. But it's not going to be good enough. I'm going to give it to Inter Milan. 3-2. Goals galore though. 5-goal thriller. But Inter Milan will shade it. What game is this now? This game takes place on Sunday, the 12th of January. Udinese up against Sassuolo. 2 sides looking for wins to get themselves further up the table. Udinese in 13th, Sassuolo up to 14th. Udinese actually got 21 points on the board. Back-to-back wins for them heading into this. But Sassuolo on the flip side, back-to-back defeats for them. Not great form. Actually 3 points, 2 points separate the two sides at the moment. A win for Sassuolo could see them leapfrog Udinese even higher, up to 11th in the table. A win for Udinese could see them rise to top 10 form, maybe even top 8. If they put a bunch of goals past them. The last 6 games between Udinese and Sassuolo ended up with 1 win for Udinese, 3 wins for Sassuolo, and 2 draws along the way. This match last season ended up as a 1-1 draw, with goals coming from Paul Lora as a big fat OG, and Stefano Sensi got Sassuolo's goal on this one. Bookmakers odds on this one are 5-4 for Udinese, 21-10 for Sassuolo, 12-5 is the draw. It is a tough one, this one. Two teams battling in the middle of the table, but I'm going to give it to home form on this one. A 1-0 win for Udinese to nick it. Next up, we have Fiorentina up against Spal. Fiorentina struggling a little bit at the moment, down in 15th. Spal even more so, down bottom of the table, 20th as it stands. A win for Spal could see them rise from 20th up to as high as 17th and get themselves out the drop zone if they put a couple of goals past Fiorentina. Fiorentina on the flip side, 15th at the table at the moment, 18 points on the board, without a win in at least 6 games, but a win for them this weekend could see them rise to 13th. Spal's form is a little bit better with 1 win. In fact, 4 defeats in the past 6. If you want to break those numbers down a tad. The last 6 between the two sides, 2 wins for Fiorentina, 0 for Spal, 2 draws as well. That's the last 4 games. Heading into this time last season, this match ended up as a 3-0 win for Fiorentina, with the goals coming from Pajaka, Milenkovic and Chiesa on the score sheet for Fiorentina. But the home side have actually failed to win 18 of the last 20 home matches, but Spal have also failed to win 10 of the last 11 matches, period, in the division. As for the bookmakers odds, they go 47 to 100 on for Fiorentina, 6-1 is the away win, 16-5 is the draw on this one. Gonna give it to Fiorentina myself to nick it. Spal are in trouble, but Fiorentina, with their potential and their talent on the books, will have enough in the end. Next up, it is the nicest man in football's team, Sampdoria, up against Brescia. Must-win game for both sides who are in that battle for the drop. Sampdoria currently find themselves 16th in the table, but a win away from going as high as 14th. Brescia have been on the rise recently, but really the past 3 games have been winless. But a win for them this time out because he leapfrogged Sampdoria up to 16th in the table. The last 6 between two sides has been 3 wins for Sampdoria, 1 win for Brescia, 2 draws along the way. Brescia's last victory came in 2010 when they hosted Sampdoria in Serie A. But last time out, these two sides did play in Sampdoria. It was a 2-0 win for the hosts. Goals coming from Gabbiadini and Bergaseo, or worse to that effect. Brescia's away form compared to Sampdoria's home form. Sampdoria have actually lost 2 of the last 6 home games, whereas Brescia have actually picked up just the 1 defeat at the past 4 away matches in all competitions. The bookmakers odds on this one, they go 90-20 for Sampdoria, 3-1 for Brescia, 12-5 is the draw. It's a difficult one on this one, but I'm actually going to go with a 0-0 draw. I can't really separate 2 sides. So all square, love and war, 0-0 points apiece. Next up, Torino taking on Bologna. Torino find themselves 9th in the table, 1 defeat at the past 5 games, up against the Bologna side, who are just treading water at the moment, 23rd in the table, but a decent run of 1 defeat at the past 6 for them. Looking good. A win for Bologna could see them rise to 7th. A win for Torino could also see them rise to 7th. Two sides trying to get into the Europa conversation. Last 6 encounters between two sides, 2 wins for Torino, 2 for Bologna, 2 draws along the way. If you want to take a look at the last 6 over in Torino, it's actually been 4 wins for the host, 2 for the opposition. But the last encounter between two sides ended up as a 3-2 win for Bologna. That was last season, with goals coming from Pulga with a big fat OG in favour. The OG, well, he was a Bologna player at least. Izzo getting the other goal for Torino. Bologna's goals coming from Poli. Bolga getting himself back into the good books with a penalty, and Riccardo Olasoni getting himself the 3rd goal for Bologna. Lianco getting himself sent off in that game as well. And a bit of a thriller, 5-goal thriller, which had everything in it. Penalties, red cards, the works. Bookmakers odds 23-20 for Torino, 12-5 the draw, 23-10 is the away win. I'm going to give it to Torino on this one. Bologna have been on decent form, but Torino, they're one of those teams that you can't rule out of any European conversation. And they could end up faltering into mid-table at the end, but I just think this game being at home, they'll nick it in the end. Next up, Hellas Verona up against Genoa. At least one side looking for some points, and that's Genoa. Currently 19th in the table, 14 points on the board. They head into this on the back of a win, but their recent form is not great. Just 1 win in the past 6 for them. Up against a Verona side who are 11th in the table, treading water, doing bits, 22 points on the board. A win for them this weekend because they rise to 7th, and they are actually doing the best of the 3 promoted sides last time out. Let's have a look at the last 6 between two sides. 0 wins for Verona, the last 6, 4 wins for Genoa, 2 draws along the way. The last time that these two sides played in Verona was a 1-0 win for Genoa back in 2017. The 1-0 goal coming from Goran Pandev. Genoa actually failed to win their last 18 away matches in the Serie A. Verona have actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 matches in the division. Let's take a look at the bookmakers' odds on this one. 6-5 for Verona. 23-10 is the draw. 23-10 is also the away win for Genoa. So Verona in 11th, a win away from going as high as 7th. Genoa 19th, a win away from going 16th. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Verona on this one. This one could go either way, to be honest with you, but I'm going to give it to Verona. I just fancy them. I fancy their chances to score at home as well. Next up, a tasty, goodness me, there's 3 belters this week. Lazio, Napoli, Inter Milan against Atalanta, and also AS Roma up against Juve. You could even say Cagliari against AC Milan. Could also be it's games galore this weekend out in the Serie A. So Roma against Juventus. Roma into 4th spot. Juve into 2nd. Juventus form at the moment, heading into this 3 wins on the spin, but of the grand scheme of things, 4 wins out of the past 6 with a couple of blips along the way. Roma's form book obviously heading into this on the back of a defeat in the past 4 games, actually 2 wins out of the past 4, but 4 wins out of the past 6 if you want to open up the doors a little bit. Roma, if they were to win, they would close the door onto Lazio to maybe just the 1 point, depending on what goes on with them in their next match. Let's have a look at the last 6 between two sides. 2 wins for Roma, 3 wins for Juventus, 1 draw along the way. This match last season ended up as a 2-0 win for Roma. That's right, the hosts, Florenzi and Dzeko, getting 2 late goals within the last 11 minutes of the match. If you want to take a look at the last 6 at Roma, it's been 3 wins for the hosts, 1 win for Juventus, 2 draws along the way. The last win for Roma was actually, the last win for Juventus in Roma was actually a penalty shootout win back in 2017 in one of the cups. Juventus actually won 12 of the last 15 matches in the division, all in all. The bookmakers' odds, this will be interesting. 21-10 for Roma, 6-5 is the away win for Juventus, 13-5 is the draw. Obviously, Juventus trying to battle it out with Inter Milan at the top of the table. It's going to be tight. I'm going to just give it to Juventus, 2-1 in the end, to keep myself moving. Sorry, ball. Hopefully, continuing to dominate out in Italy. And wrap it up, it'll be Parma up against Lecce. The bookmakers' odds 70-20 on for Parma. 14-5 is the draw. 29-10 is the away win on this bad boy. Parma head into this. Parma up to 7th at the moment, a win. Wow, they're 4 points off of 6, so they need to a win and more to get themselves into the Europa League spots. Up against the Lecce side, who are in 17th spot. 3 defeats on the spin for them, but the grand scheme of things is not much better. It's 1 win in the past 6. Parma's form is okay, 2 wins out of the past 6, but unbeaten, or with a winless in the past 2. So both sides looking for a positive result to kickstart 2020. The last 6 between two sides, there is none. Let's take a look at the last few games at home for Parma. They've actually won. They've actually lost 2 of the past 6 home games, whereas Lecce have actually only won 1 out of the past 6 away games. That was against Fiorentina, and they head into this 3 defeats out of 4 on the road. Lecce have actually lost the last 3 matches. We talked about that. The bookmakers' odds, we talked about that as well, did we? 70-20 for Parma for the victory. 14-5 is the draw. 29-10 is the win for Lecce on this one. Yeah, I think Parma's going to snatch this one, right? 2-0 in the end. That's what I've gone for in the end. So, folks, that's my predictions. Make sure you get your picks in for matchday number 19 nice and early in the bottom of the video. And also, we'll take a look at them next time out. But if my predictions were to come on in, this is what the table would look like heading into matchday number 20. There are at least 2 sides with the game in hand. But Inter Milan would lead the way with 48 points on the board. Juventus would be in 2nd, also on 48 points. Lazio 3rd. Roma would be in 4th. Down the bottom would be Spal, Genoa and Lecce going to Serie B next season, folks. But that, my friends, is where I'm going to leave you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. If you do, smash a subscribe. New videos every single day here on the channel, whether it's FIFA, predictions, Rovers, whatever you got. We've got it all here under one Roofski. Make sure you smash that subscribe. Tell your buddies about us. We want to make 2020 a big year for the channel and a big year for you guys. Anyway, folks, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all next time around. Get your predictions in nice and early, and I'll see ya next time. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.